Hello students, in previous video we discussed the percentage of composition. Okay, from that what is the use of percentage of composition means you can come to know the empirical formula. Once you come to know the empirical formula, you can calculate the what? Molecular formula. Now let us discuss stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculations. Okay, now actually what is the meaning of stoichiometry? Stoichiometry is a Greek word. In that if you see, stoichion means it is an element, metron means what? Measure. Now so means what? Stoichiometry deals with the calculation of masses. Okay, sometimes we are taking the volumes also of the reactant and product in a chemical reaction. Simple. Stoichiometry means what? You are going to calculate the masses. Masses of what? For reactant and product in a chemical reaction. That is deal with the what? Stoichiometry. So simply in stoichiometry here you have the calculations part for what? Masses of reactant and product in a chemical reaction. Okay. This is done using balanced chemical equation. So while doing the calculations of masses, you have to go for the balanced chemical equation. That is very important. After doing the balancing equation only, you have to go for the calculation of masses or volume, whatever they ask. Now let us discuss what is a chemical reaction. So chemical reaction means what? Whenever a chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. For example, here we have the magnesium and oxygen is there. Okay, from that you are getting the word magnesium oxide. What happened? Total here chemical composition is changed. This type of reaction is called as what? Chemical reaction. Means there should be some chemical change should be there. Here we have only magnesium, here we have only oxygen. From there we got the magnesium oxide, means totally chemically changed. That type of reaction is called as what? Chemical reaction. Now in this chemical reaction, you know very well, we have the reactants and products. Okay, now let us discuss what is the meaning of reactants. Means the substance that undergo chemical change in the reaction. What is the product means what? The new substance. Okay, new substance formed during the reaction is the product. Now let us see here, magnesium and oxygen is there. Okay, now these are undergoing what? Chemical reactions. So these are the reactants. Now after see here what happened, this is magnesium oxide, we form the new substance. So this is called as a product. Simply if you know very well, at left hand side we have the reactant, at right hand side we have the products. So in chemical reactions we have the reactants and products. So reactants, the substance which undergo chemical change. Now in this case what happened, magnesium and oxygen undergoing the chemical change, and coming to the product side, what? The new substance which is going to form, it is called as a product. Now let us discuss what is the balanced chemical equation. So we discuss what is the chemical equation. In that we have the reactant and product. Now what is the meaning of balanced chemical equation means? If you go further, we have the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so what it will tell? Law of conservation of mass, it will tell mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Okay, so what happened? Whatever the mass is there, it's not going to created, it's not going to destroyed. Means what? That is, okay, the total mass of the elements present in the product of a chemical reaction has, so what happened, has to be equal to the total mass of the element present in the reaction. Means before reaction, after reaction, the masses should be same. Or you can see number of atoms of each element remain in the same before and after a chemical reaction. So what happened? If you see the number of atoms before and after, the reaction should be same. That type of reaction is called as what? Balanced chemical equation. For example, if you see here, we have the 2 moles of magnesium. Okay, these coefficients indicates the number of moles, depends on what you are taking. Okay, here we have what? 2 moles are 2 magnesium atoms are there and 1 oxygen molecule is there. They are going to combine giving the magnesium oxide. Now if you see here what happened, in this case we have the 2 magnesium, means in the product side also we have the 2 magnesium atoms. Here we have the 2 O2, means here what happened, 2 O2 atoms are there. So this reaction is what? Balanced. So number of atoms at the reactant side and products are same. Okay, this is called as a balanced chemical equation. Now if you see here, next 4 moles of iron plus 3 moles of R3 oxygen molecules gives rise to what? 2 moles of Fe2O3. Now if you see the atoms here, in the reactant side we have the 4 iron atoms are there At the product side also we have the 4. Why? Because means here we have the subscript 2. 2 into 2 if you multiply with the coefficient 2 means how many atoms are there? 4. Now in the reactant side we have the 3 oxygen atoms. Now come to product side, what happened? Here we have O3. But how many moles here? We have 2. So number of atoms if you see 2. So 2 into 3 how much? 6. So at the reactant side, product side we have the 6 oxygen atoms. So it is about balanced chemical equation. Now in this case if you see P4 plus 5O2 gives rise to P4O10. Okay. So here phosphorus how many atoms are there? 4. Here also we have the 4 in the product side. Here number of oxygen atoms how many we have? 10. By because means we have the coefficient how much here? 5. 5 into 2 means how much? 10. So here if you see oxygen atoms 10. Okay, this is a balanced chemical equation. Here we have the symbols S, G, small L. So in a balanced chemical equation, the small g indicate is a state of it is a states. Okay, so we have the gaseous states. Small s means indicate we have a particular element in the solid state. L means indicate means it is in the liquid state. Okay. Now if you take the one example, okay, if someone asks write the balanced chemical equation for combustion of propane. Okay. So if someone asks, you have to write the what? Balanced chemical equation of what? Combustion of propane. So first you should come to know the what is the formula of propane. Propane formula what? C3H8. Why? Because mean it is a propane means what? It is a alkane. So alkane formula you know very well. General formula is what? CnH2n plus 2. Okay. So prop means number of carbon atoms 3. In the N if you substitute here 3. So what is the formula you are getting? C3H8 is the formula of propane. Now what they told, we have to write the balanced chemical equation for the what? Combustion. Now what is a combustion? Combustion means what? Burning of a substance in presence of oxygen. Means definitely you have to take the what? Oxygen. So you are going to burn the propane in presence of oxygen, that is called as what? Combustion. Now here very important one note we have. Combustion of hydrocarbons in presence of oxygen always produces what? Products here carbon dioxide and water. So while we have some numerical problems are there, based here what happened at that time they won't mention the balanced chemical equation. So first you have to write the balanced chemical equation. After that you have to do the numericals. So here what happened? If you see the combustion means what? So already we discussed burning in presence of oxygen. So if you go for the hydrocarbons means we have only hydrogen carbon. Okay. Such type of compounds if undergo combustion means if you burn in presence of oxygen, the products are always, here important, always the product are what? Carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So this is important, you have to remember. Okay. Now what we are asking, we have to write the balanced chemical equation. Now going to write the step by step. First step is what? Write down the correct formula of reactant and products. So they are simply what? Combustion of propane means you are going to burn the propane in presence of oxygen. This is a reactant. Correct formulas. After that you should come to know the products are what? Carbon dioxide and water. Okay. This is the correct formula of reactants and product. Second step is what? Balance the number of carbon atoms. Now you have to see the number of carbon atoms balancing. Now here how many carbon atoms we have at the reactant side? C3 means the subscript indicate what? 3 carbon atoms are there. Now come to here product side, what I am doing? I am keeping the 3 here. Here we don't have 3. So to balance in carbon atom in the second step I introduced the 3. So number of carbon atoms are balanced. Next step is what? Balance the number of hydrogen atoms. Now you have to see the balancing. So first reactants, how many hydrogen atoms are there? We have the 8. So now come to here. Here we have the H2. Okay. Here we have the hydrogen. So to balance that one we need the 8 means if I give the coefficient 4 here. So it's going to balance what? 4 into 2, 8. So we balance the carbon and hydrogen over. Next, fourth is what? Balance the number of oxygen atoms. Okay. Carbon hydrogen balancing over. Now come to oxygen. Okay. Now if you see the balance oxygen, if now come to first to see the product side. What happened here? We have the, in this case 4 oxygen atoms are there. Now here what happened? 3 into 2 means 6 oxygen atoms. So 6 plus 4 means we have the 10. Now you have to introduce the coefficient y at the reactant side. So now if you write here 5. So what happened? 5 into 10, it is we have the 10 oxygen atom. Now this is the balanced chemical equation. Let us see total here. Carbon we have the 3 atoms is reactant side, product side also we have the 3 carbon atoms. Now hydrogen we have the 8 at the reactant side, at the product side also we have the 4 into 2 means what? 8. Okay, you have to multiply with the subscript. Next, oxygen total we have the 5 into 2 means 10. Here also 3 into 2 6 plus 4. Okay, total how many oxygen atoms are? 10, 10, 10. So this equation is called as a what? Balanced chemical equation. I know one important note is what here? One important note here. Subscript in the formulas of reactant and products cannot be changed to balance an equation. What is the meaning of that one? Okay, while balancing the equation, what you are doing here, just you are going to change this coefficients, but you are not changing the what? Subscript. You are not changing the C3H8 means you are not going to change these subscripts. Okay, just you have to introduce you have to change the what? These coefficients, but not the subscripts of the elements. Okay, this is very important. This is about the what? Balanced chemical equation. Next we have the stoichiometric calculations. Before that we have some small topic. Let us discuss STP. This STP means what? Already we discussed in the states of matter. Okay, STP means what? Standard temperature and pressure. In that standard we have the temperature, pressure. Now what is the standard temperature means? We have the 273 kelvins, and what is the pressure means? 1 atmosphere. These are the standard temperature and pressure. Now here one important, at STP 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters or 22,400 ml or 22,400 cubic centimeter of volume. Very important. Here Cc means what? Cubic centimeter. So at STP conditions means at this temperature, pressure, 1 mole of, I am talking about the what? 1 mole of any gas. Okay, any gas, you take any gas, it's going to occupy volume how much? 22.4 liters, or if you want in the ml means you know very well 1 liter equal to what? 1000 ml. Already we discussed in the states of matter. You can refer there for volume conversion and pressure conversions. So 1 liter equal to what? 1000 ml means if you multiply here how much? 20,400 ml, or if you want here cubic centimeter, this value same. Why? Because means 1 ml equal to 1 cubic centimeter. So 20,400 cubic centimeters. So very important. So at STP 1 mole of any gas going to occupy 22.4 liters of volume. Okay. Now this is already here very important. You have to remember. So 1 mole means already we discussed. Mole means how many molecules are there? Avogadro number, that is 6.02. You can take 22 or 23. 6.023 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Or just now if you see, already we discussed 1 mole means how many, what is the volume going to occupy? This much of volume going to occupy. So A equal to B, B equal to C means you can do the A equal to C or B equal to C. You can take both, all are equal. Okay, very important. These are the calculations we have to do based on this concept. So 1 mole means we have the Avogadro number of molecules, means this many molecules are going to occupy 20.4 liters of volume or 20,400 of ml or 22,400 cubic centimeter of volume. Okay, you can tell 1 mole are this many molecules. Now for example, if I tell at STP, we are talking about the only at STP, 1 mole of oxygen means how much is it has a mass? 32 grams. Okay, so how many molecules are we have? Avogadro number of molecules. Now how much volume going to occupy? 22.4 liters. Why? Because means already we discussed 1 mole means it is going to occupy this much amount of volume. So you can take this A equal to B, B equal to C, C equal to D. So you can take any relation. Directly you can go for the A equal to D, or you can go for the B equal to D. So this we have the equations very important. Next, if you go for the 1 mole of methane means how much amount of mass is there? 16 grams of molar mass. How many molecules are there? Avogadro number of molecules. How much volume we are going to occupy? 22.4 liters. Why? Because we have the 1 mole. Okay. Next, if you say the 1 mole of water means what is the molar mass? 18 grams of water is what? Molar mass of water how much? 18 grams. So now how many molecules are there? Avogadro number. Why? Because means 1 mole means whatever that may be. 1 mole if you tell means that is having the Avogadro number of molecules. How much volume going to occupy? 22.4 liters. Okay. This we can cross check with the what? We have the Avogadro law. Before going to that, we have the question number 4 in page number 185. You have to do workout. Okay. Based on this concept. Now, so this you can confirm with the what? Avogadro law. What it will tell Avogadro law? Equal volumes of gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain what? Equal number of molecules. Means what? Okay. Talking about that, it should have the equal number of molecules when at same temperature, pressure. Okay. Here equal volumes of gases. Now here if you see all these gases having the equal values. How much? 20.4 liters. All having the equal volume. Okay. So what happened? They having the equal number of molecules. If you see all, we have the Avogadro number of molecules. Okay. At what? At the same temperature, pressure. We are taking the word standard temperature, pressure is a, here temperature, pressure is fixed. So at the same temperature, pressure, equal volume of the gases contain equal number of molecules. This is called as what? Avogadro law. Okay. Next we have the examples for the various stoichiometric calculations.